Hi, hello, and welcome to VM Commerce. This is Meenakshi. In this video, we are going to see Chapter 12 Employee Training Method. In this chapter, we are having the following topics: purpose or need for training, steps in designing a training program, methods of training, difference between on the job and off the job training, and benefits of training. Definitions of employee training. According to Flippo, training helps to improve the knowledge and skill of a person for doing a job. According to Mathis and Jackson, training is helpful to learn new concepts, knowledge, and skills for achieving the goals of an organization. According to Dale Bean, the organized procedure by which people learn knowledge and skill for a definite purpose is called training. Meaning of employee training. Training refers to the learning activity which helps the members to acquire and apply the required knowledge and skill to perform their jobs effectively and efficiently. Need for training. First one, improved quality of work. Training helps to improve the knowledge of an employee in a specific area. If the employee focuses on specific area, it will help to improve the quality of performance of his work carried out by him in the organization. Second one, enhance employee growth. Employees who undergo training will become expert in his work. It will help him to become a good performer in the organization. Third one, prevention of obsolescence. Training helps to learn more knowledge regarding the latest technologies and techniques. The employee gets updated with the latest technology and trend. So the major purpose of training is to avoid obsolescence among the employees. Fourth point, enlightening new recruits. New employee can learn the methods of working and techniques used in the organization. It is very difficult for a new employee to adapt in a new business environment. So this training will help him to understand the work culture of the company. Fifth one, improved safety measures. Safety is very important in an organization. Employees gain awareness about the risk involved in the job and safety measures to be adopted through training. This helps to improve the safety in the workplace and avoid accidents. Sixth one, motivating employees. An employee needs continuous development in his career as per his career planning. So the training motivates the employees and helps to improve the efficiency of the employee and also the organization. Seventh one, higher productivity and profits. Efficient training improves higher productivity and profitability of the organization. The trained employee can apply his skills and techniques in his work. Training helps the employee to complete his task very quickly with high perfection. Eighth one, cost reduction. Optimum utilization of resources is possible only through trained employees. They can utilize the resources in an efficient manner. Therefore, there is no possibility of wastages of resources. Ninth one, reduced supervision. Trained employees need minimum supervision. They are educated about various aspects of the job in detail at the training program. 10th one, better adaptability. Trained employees can easily adapt themselves to new techniques and new methods of works. Next, we are moving to the topic steps in designing a training program. First step, whom to train. The training department has to identify the person for whom the training should be given. Then, who is the trainee? A person who is learning and practicing the skills of a particular job is called trainee. Trainees should be selected on the basis of self-interest and recommendation by the supervisor. Who are the trainers? Trainer is a person who teaches skills to employee and prepare them for a job activity. Trainers may be supervisor, co-workers, HR staff, or other specialized person in the company, outside consultants, industry association, or faculty members from educational institutions, etc. The trainer is otherwise called as instructor, coach, teacher, mentor, advisor, and so many names are there for trainer. Fourth step, what method will be used for training? There are various methods of trainings are available. The training department should decide the appropriate method for the candidate to whom they have planned to give training. Fifth step, what should be the level of training? Training department should decide the level of training given to the employees. Usually, newly appointed employees are given basic level of training about their nature of work. Middle level employees are given skill development training, and top level employees are given the training for enhancing the functional efficiency of executives. Sixth step, where to conduct the training program. The venue of training and duration of training should be fixed based on the availability of other related factors. Next, the topic is training methods. There are various methods are available: on the job training and off the job training. Under the on the job and off the job, we are having different types of methods of training for the candidates. First, we are going to see about on the job training. On the job training means the training which is given to the employee at the workplace itself. The training is given by his immediate superior. Employee learns the job in actual work environment. It is based on the principle of learning by doing and learning while learning. So the job training is helpful for the employees to learn the job quickly within a short period of time. First method in on the job training, coaching method. In this coaching method, superior plays an important role. He acts as a coach, guide, and an instructor. He teaches the new employee about the knowledge and skills needed for his job. He also points out the mistakes committed by the new employee and helps to solve the problem also. The trainers can clear their doubts then and there. Second method is mentoring method. Mentoring is the process of sharing the knowledge and experience of an employee. The main purpose of this training is to develop the attitude of trainees. It is mostly used for managerial employees. Mentoring is always done by the senior person. So, the mentor is held responsible for providing the necessary support to trainees. He has to give the feedback about the performance of the trainee. Job rotation method. Job rotation is an important method for broadening the knowledge of executives. Under this method, a trainee is periodically shifted from one work to another work or one department to another department. So, the main aim of job rotation is to expose the employees to various interrelated jobs. The candidate or the trainee can learn about many type of jobs within the organization. Job instruction technique. In this method, a trainer at the supervisory level has to give some instructions to an employee how to perform his job and what is the purpose of his job. Apprenticeship training method. So, this is the recruitment for higher post. For example, manager, managing director, like that. There will be a mutual agreement between the employer and employee in this apprentice type of training method. The apprentice is a person who agrees to serve as an employee in the company. Generally, the apprenticeship training is given to the technical cadre. The technical cadre persons means that mechanics, electricians, craftsmen, welders, fitters, they need a practical experience in their work. So the duration of training may extend from 1 year to 5 years. The trainee gets a stipend during this training period. Stipend means an allowance will be given to the trainee. Next one, committee assignment. Committee assignment means an assignment given to a group of people to work closely with the other members and committee leader. So from this, the committee gain more knowledge by observing and participating in the decision making process. It is very helpful to discuss about a particular issue. Then understudy or internship training program. It means to understand about the role of another person. That is, a superior gives training to a subordinate or understudy like an assistant to a manager or director. So the subordinates can easily learn the role of a manager by observing his day-to-day activities. So the basic purpose of internship training is to prepare the subordinates to solve the day-to-day problems. Thank you.